And that's actually a very good combination for both
we've got
weapons.
Koji Hattori versus Koji Hattori.
Ooh.
That's going to be exciting. Rarely do you get dittos in 2v2s out of all matchups. Like sometimes you'll get 2 players playing Fate, 2 players playing Bodvar, but to be able to get the same exact character matchup back and forth, it's quite good. Game number 1's going on Mammoth Fortress. Remmy and Phazon versus noeL and Ethan.
Now you see that's where they had a team play in the beginning where they know that one person was going to go for the weapon, so they stayed and guarded it.
Excellent point. Down air, double
Phazon
down air.
getting the 2 dares, puts Ethan in a bad position offstage, barely manages to get back. Remmy's right there with the pressure, though. Settling into Ensig read on Ethan. Ethan's in the deep red.
Ooh, sends Ethan flying off the right with that side stick, but it's not going to be able to get the KO in it. And noeL, that was all noeL's damage in between Phazon and Ethan.
Because Ethan was just offstage. He had to recover. He had to spend a solid 10 seconds recovering.
Yeah. And now Phazon. Ooh, try to go for the neutral light. And noeL gets hit with that neutral sig. Remmy off to the left and Phazon on the right. Ethan was taken off towards the top of the stage and still wasn't able to get the KO. Finally, Phazon goes down. Remmy the least damage. And Remmy in between.
No, now, Remmy is like the best person to hit that D-sig consistently.
So what was cool about that, too, was that Remmy was facing the other direction before he did it. So he pivoted the down sig to be able to catch him off guard and find it.
That was a hard read.
And now Remmy actually in the lead. It was looking like it was going to be great for blue team until Remmy and Phazon were able to take out those first 2 stocks.
noeL's in an offstage position. Remmy's still on his 3rd stock. Of the 2, I think Remmy's he's either the stock tank or he's the guy that's always on his last stock.
Yeah. Definitely the word, and it's a little bit of a negative connotation, but I always use to describe with Remmy's play is that it's inconsistent. Not that where it's like a good or a bad thing, where it's just kind of like he's either that explosive player or he's the one that's playing so
slow.
Reserved.
Yeah.
And he can offset the pace of the game so easily with that.
I think it mostly just comes down to how much of a lead they can get and how well Remmy's playing, how well he feels. And the game's evened up. Everyone's last stock red.
Ooh, ground pound hits. noeL goes flying.
Here's a little team combo. Now, another thing that Phazon and Remmy are really good at are knowing when to stop and engage. Like, as a team, just stop the engage, take the lead they currently have, and elongate it. That was a double hit
Double
down
KO
light.
as well, the nair on the way back down. Yeah, the double hit down light and the recovery. Now, I know the bow recovery, I don't think it hits multiple people. I think it just grabs one. Otherwise,
But
it would have.
because they're still hitbox out, it kind of like interrupted. Like, it was just a little pause. It wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
It's kind of
wondering
like
what
how
happened
spear
there.
downlight, it can pick up one person, but it can still like interrupt and kind of like mess with another person in the air while it's kicking.
Interesting. Ooh. noeL is doing a great job avoiding damage here, but Remmy comes in
Remmy's
with that
bow
down light.
pressure. Ethan
What's
does have a
amazing about
recovery.
him is that he's finding those downlights across Phazon. Like, he's hitting
Yeah,
it
it's
right
not
perfectly to where
hitting
it's
him.
like they're not expecting Remmy to come out with a move because Phazon's in front of him. Ooh, Phazon can quickly space that Sarah just a little bit. Ethan just sends that spear flying forward.
Side
And
stick,
noeL.
Ethan is still alive. The weapon toss
Oh,
barely
he dodges
misses.
away, but his dodge is gone. noeL went for the ground pound that almost looked like it was going to connect with Ethan. Phazon has to recover underneath the stage. But Remmy, unarmed,
sick.
punches him to the heavens. Now Ethan gets it by the... Okay, weapon toss, ground pound, done. Phazon and Remmy take game number 1.
But you see, that was actually a closer game than I thought it was going to be because it started out with Remmy and Phazon having this huge lead with Remmy on 3 stocks, and it ended up being a last stock, everybody red situation.
Yeah, Phazon and Remmy had a good control of the game towards the end, but a lot of that came from a mishap with noeL. It was looking really good until that side stick hit and sent Ethan so far off, right? noeL went for that position to be able to recover him with the ground pound, and then the rest of it was just Phazon and Remmy offstage edge guarding. Excellent job.
That was a good comeback up until that very end.
Yeah. So we're going to go into game number 2 again. Like we're talking about, when it has noeL on stage, I'm pretty sure no matter what stage we start on, we're going to keep going back to it unless somebody forces him off.
Yeah.
Ooh, Phazon's been doing really great with these pogo stick combos. Down aired him to the side air off the side of the stage. noeL makes his way through the recovery. And gravity cancel down off the side of the stage to be able to land onto the stage to follow up with the neutral light. Fast falling down to be able to get that hit. Ethan and Phazon are just hit both sides to their teammates.
noeL taking a bit of punishment while he's trying to maneuver around his teammate.
Recovery on the Phazon looks really good. Side stick didn't catch, and Phazon stares both enemies away.
Ethan's out of options. All he has is a dodge. That nair interrupted the dare, and he managed to survive. So many team interrupts. As you would expect from two teams that have two very competitive and very consistent players in ones and in twos.
Man, noeL and Ethan take the lead again, or not again.
Like
last time it was, so it was a little close last time, right? Because Phazon went down super early, and then Remmy had those crazy KOs as Phazon was responding.
Remmy again hitting gravity cancel D-Sig.
Okay.
That game's immediately evened up.
Remmy's the only Koji that I see use that move. Dead even game all of a sudden. Side light, down light. Ooh, gets poked away.
Staring to neutral light, true combo on Spear.
Ooh, Ethan just boxing everybody away with those neutral lights. Still using the nair to great effect. Stares him off stage. Doesn't reach too far. Oh man, Ethan's found like 6 of these neutral lights.
Yeah, he's just keeping the spacing. He knows people are going to just stand still after he gets hit. So he's like, all right, neutral light. All right, another one. And he's keeping up this spear pressure.
Ooh, side 6. Goes for a nice little nair, and no, noeL.
It seems like of the team of noeL and Ethan, Ethan's more of the aggressor, the guy that's just constantly running at them, pressuring them, creating the options for noeL. And it's working out really well here. noeL's ready with that Ensig if he would have Sared. That would have been the more optimal option. But either way, that was still good damage build-up. Ooh, that team combo.
A lot of damage from onto noeL there. Remmy down into his last stock recovery since noeL flying from the damage stacked up. And Ethan,
the raw side sig just coming out.
Remmy was trying to get the recovery. Ethan, like I said, Ethan's been finding more of those unarmed side sigs than any other player that we've watched so far in this top 6.
It's Ethan and Brian of this tournament. They both found so many side sigs. And Brian will do it at white. Brian's not scared.
That's when they are definitely least expecting it. Chase dodges forward to find more damage on the Remmy. Lots of falling bow side airs. Ooh, neutral light.
Here comes a little team combo.
Ooh, but the down sig, a little bit of space too far to the left. Ethan's still living. Nope. As I say, that's sniped away by Remmy's neutral sig. The ground pound accidentally hits Phazon. Stocks are dead even, but Phazon and Remmy are looking.
noeL has to play smart on this stock. He has to let Ethan do more of the engaging just because Ethan's clean on his last stock while everybody else is in red.
Oh, delay recovery since noeL's so far up. And nair dodged out of the way.
Ethan's protecting him. He has to.
noeL's just trying to dodge through everything, but the delay recovery takes him down. And now Ethan just can't land. So many nairs went through finally.
A side sig onto Remmy will finish off his stock.
He
has to be able to find it.
Ooh, there's one. Maybe better unarmed. Just toss the spear away. Punch him out.
Recovery
since Phazon high. If you get through a weapon toss and then get in on a Remmy, he's totally got something against Phazon, but Phazon's doing such a great job with those nairs. Oh, a little bit of a risky move to throw out, but if it hits,
that would have worked.
Oh, Remmy goes for the side sig, neutral lighted. Phazon accidentally dashes into it. Weapon toss.
Interrupts the gravity cancel.
Oh no, Remmy. Can he even make it back? He can't. Doesn't matter.
No, Remmy was running for his life because if he let Ethan get a free hit, he would have survived.
And Remmy has had on-stream cases of that happen before, both in singles and twos, where it's like, they're done. They're dead. Get out of there. But he goes low enough to where he can get hit, and then they make it back and win the game. And it's a good on him to recognize that situation and go, wait, whoa, what am I doing? I just have to get out of here as fast as possible. 2-0 lead for Phazon and Remmy as they're so close to being able to get in the loser semifinals to fight against the winner of Egg Soup at LDZ and Starlight Wrenched. And Ethan and noeL, their trip here at Low Tier City might end at 5th place if they can't change something up. Are they going to switch any legends or change the map that they're on?
Because they're not.
Everything stayed the same so far.
It's been a pretty even match for the most part.
That's a difference. That's not a scythe
character. But Ethan has been practicing cannon recently.
Okay.
This is something that he's comfortable with.
Citra's got the classic neutral stick cannonball attack on the cannon.
Low recovery, very a large amount of coverage. And this is a perfect map for Cannon because if he does get a dodge read, he can pretty much take a stock.
Gravity oh, no, that was close to being able to get it, right? We saw Sandstorm do it earlier on with the neutral light, right? Gravity cancel it afterwards. They get far enough because of how the neutral light on Cannon works. When it grabs you, it sends you even further in the direction that you're facing.
Phazon's already in the orange, now in the red.
Ooh, noeL's got to be careful. A little bit of team damage coming on to Ethan. Ethan tried to land with that down air. Nice
Down
neutral light.
Hitting both teammates of the red team.
Ooh,
Remmy's
Remmy,
so
creative
consistent on
dodges there, too.
follow-ups. Keeping it off stage, that ground pound does finish off noeL's first stock. Ethan is putting a little bit of work with his cannon. Gravity gets a downlight recovery.
Gravity cancel downlight recovery. Return a little bit of damage on the face, but Phazon with that weapon toss actually stopped Remmy from getting the full neutral sig onto Ethan. D-Light Cider interrupted by noeL.
Perfect interrupt.
Remmy was able to return the KO.
Down sig.
Oh, man. Remmy's just so good at being able to snipe people out with that warp.
He's frustratingly good at hitting those down sigs.
Which is weird because I think it's like unanimously agreed to be the worst signature in Koji's kit.
Well, it's only because there's so much dead zone. There's a little area where he teleports to that's actually the hitbox.
But he knows it, and he hits it well. Ooh, that is the bread and butter bowstring if I've ever seen it. Sure, Remmy goes down, but that was his first stock, and he took he put a ton of damage onto the blue team. Oh, what? Oh, okay.
That kill?
Okay, that is
that's an oopsie.
That is a big oopsie right there. Oh no, noeL tried to return the damage, but Ethan could go down.
Phazon.
Dive kick.
Ethan getting a reversal, but couldn't find the finish.
How did that recovery KO? Why did he recover? Either way,
yeah,
they're working around it.
It may have just been a miss.
Remmy goes down. If they could get Phazon here, oh, that neutral stick goes so deep, but Phazon goes out for the gravity cancel down, like dodges away, but noeL doesn't want to challenge it. Has Phazon.
That would have been a perfect time for Ethan to come in for a swift dare. Nair goes off the top. Now, bow Nair is so good at making you like, oh, you can't. You can dodge through it. You can dodge through this.
Bow neutral air is like the bow ground pound that hits directly up with the way how you typically find yourself KOing with it really earlier on. Ooh, nice Sair. Catches Remmy in the middle of the air. But noeL's really deep into the orange.
Remmy has to stay alive here, or else Phazon's going to be left in a 2v1 where he would have the advantage, but it's still on this map you can die so quickly.
Oh, downlight in an air recovery. noeL so close to being done. Can Remmy find? Oh, the down tick doesn't work this time, but Ethan's got to be careful with the recoveries.
That's the second time we've seen in this game of him hitting noeL with the recovery.
There's a recovery, dashes back and forth.
Slowed down the pace a bit.
Ethan avoids it, and man, that Nair hit as low as possible for Remmy. Ooh, the
Remmy
down sig!
with the down sig.
And what an amazing down sig.
Sidelight into a ground pound read because he knew he was going to spot dodge.
Phazon gave it a little bit of like a, what's going on here? But Remmy and Phazon were able to take that out. Unfortunate recover team kill from Ethan.
Yeah,
and it wasn't, nobody else was up there. It was kind of like one of those weird like, oops.
Well, even
moments.
if he meant to put in a ground pound, there's no one really around. It was may have just been a misinput on his part.
And then great job coming out from Phazon and Remmy to be able to close it out at the end there.
You know,
see that? So the dodge before the gravity cancel down stick, right there, they showed it again. Dodges through the weapon throw, and noeL was going for like a weapon toss, either weapon toss hits or he does a dodge punish, but Remmy used the earlier